On Close Up today, how to be proactive when it comes to breast cancer.
And how Winthrop students are becoming more comfortable in their own skin.
Find out which on-campus resource can help you prepare for the real world.
How much do you really know about breast cancer? Stay tuned in to Winthrop Close Up to find out.
From the Department of Mass Communication at Winthrop University, you're watching Winthrop Close Up.
Welcome to Winthrop Close Up. I'm Megan Mack.
And I'm Chelsea Brown. Need help with your resume or finding a job? Reporter Leslie Brown tells us how a Career and Civic Engagement Center does all that and more.
The Career and Civic Engagement Center, or CCE, aids students with different things involving jobs and internships.
We can help them with resume, interviewing skills, and that job search process altogether.
The CCE allows students to make appointments at the office to improve different skills. For example, interviewing. Amy Sullivan, the director of CCE, advises students to start off the interview strong by naming your skills.
And you should be able to name 2 or 3 things off the bat without even thinking about what those are.
When dressing for an interview, women should have minimal makeup, jewelry, and perfume with their hair pulled back. Men should be clean and neat. Every semester, the CCE hosts a job fair. This networking opportunity turns into internships and employment for many. William Latimer, a graduating senior, says the CCE was a great help in making sure everything was ready for that first interview.
I'm actually really glad that I went. They looked over my resume and gave me tips on how to clean up my interview answers, which will help me for the rest of my life.
Volunteer experience, so I feel
if you cannot go into the CCE for direct help with interviews, you can do a web camera-based mock interview online, which records your answers and sends them to the CCE Center. The CCE Center can then review the answers and email feedback. I'm Leslie Brown for Winthrop Close Up.
The Unity Roundtable offers student leaders an opportunity to discuss programs, ideas, and problem-solving strategies. The monthly meeting is led by the Office of Multicultural Student Life and is held every month.
I'm really glad they started the Unity Roundtable. It gives me a new perspective of different organizations on campus.
If you are interested in participating in the Unity Roundtable, contact Kenyatta Adams at mscouncil@winthrop.edu.
Adjusting to college life can be tough. This is especially true for freshmen. Reporter Donovan German shows us how the LEAP program is helping students succeed.
This fall, at least 140 freshmen will be enrolled in the Learning Excellent Academic Practices program, also known as LEAP. The program is dedicated to teaching students how to develop good study habits.
My first thought about LEAP was, wow, 2 hours of studying is going to be a long time, but when you get in here and you get your work done, it goes by pretty quick.
LEAP was established about 25 years ago, and it enrolls students provisionally through the program. Through the program, students learn effective ways to study and time management. These habits can help students as they embark on their college career.
The university has made a commitment to students who we think are capable of handling college level work.
I enjoy building connections with the students and just helping them see that college can be fun but challenging, and also helping them see that LEAP is very rewarding. We've had students who didn't appreciate LEAP when they first started, and then they wanted to come back the next year.
LEAPers, as they are called, were first taken aback by Dr. Polano's brand of discipline.
Dr. Polano helps a lot. He shows us tough love, definitely.
With Dr. Polano and crew, these Winthrop freshmen will be able to make a leap toward the future. With photographer Adam Bolin, I'm Donovan German, reporting for Winthrop Close Up.
Students dining on campus are seeing more changes than just eating options. Daisy Burrows tells us what Winthrop has cooking up for first-year students.
Students like Kimo Walker have a new reason to eat on campus. They're seeing an exclusive change to meal plan options.
I have the gold plan, which is 15 meals per week, and I use my meal plan all the time.
First-year students were only able to choose from the ultimate or gold meal plan options. These options offer students access to more on-campus meals per week.
I usually go to Thompson with friends that live on the same floor as me.
Though this is a new change for Winthrop students, these restrictions come after seeing its success at other schools.
Many campuses already have that type of requirement for meal plans, and we're kind of following along with other campuses.
Cassens hopes the meal plan changes help students meet new people and develop social skills.
If they make connections and they are feeling good about where they're at, that will help them stay in college.
With the new meal plan changes, new connections could be made with every bite. This is Daisy Burrows reporting with Winthrop Close Up. Coming up next, Winthrop students are ready to walk through the door of acceptance. Stay tuned. Welcome back. There is still a lot of problems signing up for Obamacare, not just for users, but for the insurance companies processing their applications. Insurance industry sources say that they are getting duplicate applications, missing information and data without a timestamp. Some improvements have been made, and administration officials continue to say they are working on these glitches. One of the most dangerous asteroids on record zipped close by Earth, relatively speaking, last month. The asteroid made headlines when reports said there is a chance it could strike our planet in 2032. NASA says it's 99.998% certain the asteroid will simply sail past us again. The asteroid was more than 15 times farther away from us than the moon.
In Australia's most populous state of New South Wales, more than a dozen of the 62 fires burning are considered out of control. Fire has damaged or destroyed more than 200 homes and burned more than 287,000 acres of land. Australian police have arrested an 11-year-old boy and a 15-year-old boy who they say intentionally started two of the fires north of Sydney, one of which burned more than 12,000 acres. The New Jersey Supreme Court has denied the state's request to temporarily prevent same-sex marriages, clearing the way for same-sex couples to marry. Louise Walpin and Marcia Shapiro were plaintiffs in a lawsuit that led to a judge declaring a New Jersey state ban on same-sex marriage to be unconstitutional. The governor of New Jersey's administration has appealed, and the hearing is scheduled for January.
The issue of same-sex acceptance hits home here at Winthrop. Reporter Harrison Garvin turns the knob to find out what brought students out of the closet.
Devastated for like months. It was like the worst 3 months of my life.
Global, an organization that advocates homosexuality, promotes students to walk to the beat of their own drum.
Coming Out Day is the celebration of being a part of the LGBT community and being open about your sexuality. You come out the door to symbolize you coming out of the closet. You can also come out as an ally. You don't have to be strictly like LGBT.
Many Winthrop students came out to support Global and the homosexual community.
I think it's a great thing that people are coming out of the closet and being openly gay, because I feel like when you can come out and really express who you are, then you're going to be a happier person.
Coming out the closet isn't always easy. Some students have to deal with the perceptions of their friends and their parents.
My friends were kind of like, I already knew, you can't hide your gayosity, But my mom, she was really devastated.
Coming out the closet may be a bit more challenging for some students who are just now opening up.
I think people have troubles coming out not only because of how others will perceive them. It can really change how people see you, either for the better or for the worse, depending on who you're talking to. So there's a lot of fear associated with it.
This is Harrison Garvin for Winthrop Close Up.
October may bring to mind pumpkins and costumes, but it's also the month for breast cancer awareness. Damon Mack tells us what we should know about this disease.
Everyone knows the concept of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. All the pink, the ribbons, etc. But are you really aware? Can you really spot out the early signs of breast cancer?
And what you're looking for is any unusual lump or thickening, particularly up in the upper area near your underarm. You look for a lump or thickening. You want to get familiar with what your breasts look and feel like when you do that exam. You'll look in the mirror to make sure that they're symmetrical. You check both for lumps, both breasts for lumps, thickenings, any unusual skin. conditions, any redness or tenderness, and if any of those occur, you will go to your doctor.
Many clubs and organizations on Winthrop's campus had some type of involvement with breast cancer awareness. One particular club was SOAR.
Today we're having our Big Pink Out Day. It's to bring awareness to breast cancer awareness. October is the official Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we just want to let people know that breast cancer can be something that anyone gets. It doesn't matter what age or your gender.
Breast cancer can happen to anyone, and most people have or had a family member or loved one affected by it.
My grandma is my best friend on this earth, and last year I found out that she had breast cancer. It was very nerve-wracking, and I was nervous because it's so many negative connotations around breast cancer, so I automatically thought death, which is probably bad, but a lot of people die, and it affects a lot of women in the African American community.
My mother passed away from breast cancer when I was 10 years old, so that's really what fuels my passion to help people be aware and continue her fight.
Men are also susceptible for breast cancer. Knowledge is the key to saving someone's life. This is Damon Mack for Winthrop Close Up.
Earlier this semester, I gave you a history of twerking. I went to find out how students feel about the dance that appears here to stay. Love it or hate it, Miley Cyrus's performance at the VMAs got a huge reaction. Plain Jane hosted an event called Twerk Miley Twerk, allowing students to discuss whether this dance is a cultural or generational craze.
I think it is a cultural thing. That's just my opinion, because twerking has been around forever, and it's just now being brought to light because Miley Cyrus decided to do it on TV.
The biggest debate on the panel was whether or not Miley Cyrus's twerking is now a racial issue. Some students believe that twerking has been popular in the African American community for years. Now Miley Cyrus is receiving the credit for starting the dance craze.
I originally proposed the whole racial thing, and then as soon as after, everyone raised their hand like, yeah, this might just be. So I felt like it was an elephant in the room.
Cultural assimilation is when a person resembles a culture of another group, and cultural appropriation is the adoption of specific elements of a culture by a different cultural group. Plain Jane asked students whether Miley's integration into the hip-hop world was assimilation or appropriation.
I think that a lot of people in the room felt like it was appropriation, but I can say that a lot of people who remained quiet felt like it was assimilation. So I feel like it was kind of a split room.
Whether you are for or against it, twerking is here to stay.
Up next in sports, we'll get an update on the basketball team from the head coach himself.